Wonderful. Thanks very much, Celia. We have Lesley Bungay, who's going to read from her story, Last Walk.
Hi. She had little time. They would be here at 2 o'clock to take her away from the house with the stairs she could no longer manage and the large garden that was too much for her. It was a year ago that the dining table and 6 chairs were removed and a single bed brought downstairs for her to sleep amongst the china cabinet, the bookcases and the self-assembly clothes rail. Jean from home care came once a week on Friday to help her upstairs for a bath. Other days she made do in the downstairs cloakroom. They were right, of course, her son and his young second wife. The ground floor at Spring Falls, with its modern ensuite bathroom complete with sit-in shower, would be perfect for her. In the 5 years since her Joe died, Ollie came once a week on Saturday to mow the grass and keep the garden pruned and weed-free. Like his grandpa, he had borne her instruction with patience, and she'd enjoyed those afternoons together, mingled with frequent breaks for tea and biscuits. In the summer months, they'd wait in anticipation for the familiar melody of the ice cream van. Boys and girls come out to play. And she'd feign surprise at finding a few coins in her pocket. At almost 18 and 80, the delight of the pretense did not diminish. Now he'd gone to university, and the icy winter had kept her indoors, nursing arthritic joints. They were right, of course. The ground floor room at Spring Falls, with its small terrace of pots and planters full of neglected shrubs and overgrown perennials, would give her plenty to do in the coming summer months. She washed up the single plate and the single cup and sat in the wing-back chair by the patio doors to wait. Her small suitcase stood ready by the front door. No need for her to pack much, only a few essentials needed. Robert would sort out the house, and Alice would make sure she had what she needed, clothes and a few photographs, and perhaps an ornament or two. She looked out over her garden. It had been like marshland when they moved in 50 years ago, a wet winter on newly dug ground. Joe described it as a mud bath. For her it was a distraction, a new project after the injury that prematurely ended her career. She digested books by famous horticulturalists, took inspiration from magazines, and was amongst the first to watch Percy Throne create his gardening world. With the solitary ash tree that stood at the far end of the garden for company, she planned, plotted, and planted. Joe obliged at weekends by erecting a shed and greenhouse. He dug borders where she asked, and laid a meandering path from the patio, the full 50-metre length to the ash tree. When her boys arrived, the far end of the garden was filled with a wooden climbing frame and slide. Protected from the summer sun under the dappled shade of the bower, it became a pirate ship, a fort, and a den. She had a little time. She could manage one last walk.